What advice would you have for a young man trying to come up in the world? You know, you 35, you on the tail end of life. Yeah, you past your prime. You know what I'm saying?
And as I'm sitting here on my deathbed,
We unks now.
I think you got to start with getting in shape. That's like the most standard cliche advice that I almost don't want to give it. But like, if you're being real with yourself and you're not in shape, you're gonna have trouble building anything else if you can't even stay like. And I know if you're not in shape, maybe it seems like really hard to stay consistent in the gym and with your diet. But that has to be something you make like simple and automatic. It just has to be like, just for me and for every other successful person that I know who like at least that came up in our like generation of people. For every single one of them, without exception, it started with their fitness. I'm not saying you can't, but I'm saying everyone I know in my circles, it all started with fitness.
If they get successful without it, it's something that bothers them. Like something they're always working on. Something that I've seen it, man. Like they might not say publicly, but they talk to me about it. You know?
Yeah, but it's all. I guess you could say there's exceptions, but like that's the exception to the rule, probably, right? It's more optimal because once you're in shape, I just feel like it's easier to apply that discipline to any other area of your life, right?
You know, that's something that people say.
But
I want to believe it. The most successful people I know are not in the best shape, and the people I know in the best shape are not the most successful.
I'm not saying to be 8% diced body fat, but I'm saying to be in shape.
I think it's better.
And I'm not saying also that
for sure
if you know some guy with $500 million net worth, they're necessarily in shape. Maybe if you're trying to optimize to get to that level, there's a whole different path that I don't even know about. But I think in general, start with getting in shape.
You can do it without it, but I think it helps, man, because people treat you different.
For sure, people treat you different. I do think for me, like forcing myself to track calories and go to the gym and to see my weights increment each week, it taught me like to systemize things in my life, and then I could maybe start to systemize content or something after. And then after that, I would pick what's your objective for the next 6 months? Because I think it's bullshit when it's like, oh, like what am I gonna do with my life, man? I've pivoted so many times in my life. Like just pick something for the next 6 months. It could be learning how to edit videos and trying to get a few clients to edit videos but just like pick something and just like dedicate yourself to that.
Really dedicate.
But like as a failure wasn't an option.
You gotta go all out. It's hard to make a 5-year plan because I think 5 years ago we didn't have ChatGPT, AI. Like it's hard to forecast what the world's gonna be like 5 years from now. But you can pick 6 months, 90 days. You know what I'm saying?
But like skill acquisition itself becomes a skill. But my first job was like software. Like I was working at a software company, and like I don't really do anything with that now, but still like the process of excelling in the year I was there, and then being a personal trainer and like building a personal training business, even though then I just like left that, it's not like it was all wasted because like the process of like approaching a skill or a goal or a challenge and like learning how to become competent at it, it translates to the next. Like you get a natural momentum in your life too, and also like a self-belief to like.
I think it does translate, you know, because I used to be a musician and shit. You know, you may think of my music career as a failure, right? But it taught me to be creative,
put yourself out there, probably not be afraid of people judging you and shit.
Oh yeah, people ask me how you do public speaking. I'm like, bro, I used to do rap battles where I had to fucking make fun of somebody off the top of my head on beat while he's making fun of me in front of strangers. When I had to do public speaking, it's like, all I have to do is talk. It don't have to rhyme. I don't have to be
it probably created some neural pathways or some shit, man.
It's fucking easy, bro. I do speeches, and sometimes I feel sorry for the people who got to speak after me. This is going to be a hard act to follow. And mind you, I didn't prep at all. I just know that this shit is going to be amazing. I say that to say everything translates. I'm sure that software job taught you something that helped you with video editing, and video editing taught you something that helped with the business you're doing now, you know?
It's a Steve Jobs quote that's like, you can't connect the dots looking forward, you can only connect them looking backwards, meaning that like everything you do in your life might seem like random and disconnected, but like it's some combination of these different like dots they acquired in the past. So it's fine, I think, to go down random like oh, I want to try and do YouTube for 2 years, even if you don't stick with it for after 2 years, like there's still gonna be there's gonna be some translation.
There's something there, man.
And if you don't think about it, because I think the biggest risk that a lot of people face, and I faced it for a lot of years, is like, it's like we were talking about earlier where like you're like, oh, I'm gonna have all these 3 different businesses, right? Like people create barriers in their head or reasons or built-in excuses or built-in barriers for like why this isn't, and they never fully commit to anything, right?
People never go all out. I would say, if I was telling a young man to pick something and go fucking all out. What does that mean to you?
I mean, bro, when I was that first few years at YouTube, like I lived YouTube, I showered YouTube, I shit YouTube, I slept YouTube, like my mind lived in YouTube land. Like if I was filming a video, I was thinking about the next shot. If I was done filming a video, I was thinking about the next video, and that's the only thing that lived in my head. And if I was relaxed, I was probably watching videos to get ideas. That was all out. And if I had to go refilm a scene, I'd go refilm a scene. If I made a rule, if I'm sitting there editing, it'll be cool to do something, even if it takes me extra 5 hours, I'm just gonna do it. Anything I thought to make a video better, I wouldn't use it as an excuse like, oh, it's gonna be annoying because it's gonna take me an extra few hours, but I'll always do it.
How could you fail if you went with that? What I tell people is don't think about what you have to do. What do you think is the right amount of effort to succeed? Think about what kind of effort would I have to put in that would make failure impossible. I got this from my guitar teacher. Like I had played to play for somebody cool. It was a gig, and I was practicing the shit with him because it was some shit that I had never done before. I was struggling with, then I got it. He said, amateurs practice till they get it right. Pros practice till they can't get it wrong. And it just changed my mindset of how I went about everything. And that's way different than what would I have to do to make failure impossible, like overdo it.
It's the opposite of thinking like, what's the fastest and easiest way to get to 1 million subscribers? It's like, what's a way that it might suck really bad, but like I'll definitely get there eventually.
If I did it, it would be, it would
be
like
really odd if it didn't happen.
Yeah. So I remember when I hit 1 million subscribers, man, I was like, yeah, that's what's supposed to happen. You work at something every day for fucking 12 years. Yeah, you should probably get some success.
No, I felt the same way when I hit it. It was like, I was happy. And it was like, it was a big achievement. But I agree that it wasn't like, oh my God. Like that. It was kind of like.
It's like earlier today when we were in the gym, you asked me about my handstands. And you said it's impressive. And I appreciate that. But to me, it's not that impressive when I think about how much work I put in.
No, I'm sure if I was like, yo, give me the plan. And tomorrow I started on it for the next 2 years. By the time I could do it, I wouldn't be like, oh, this is so cool. It'd be like it's about fucking time, man. Like that's the mindset.
Because I told him it took me 2 years to get like that good. Like the first year, I was practice every morning, 20 attempts against the wall just to hold it. And then after 6 months of doing that every day, fucking Saturday, Sundays. When I say every day, I mean like the literal every day, right? And after 6 months of that, I finally got it. And there was a point where I felt like I don't think I'm ever gonna get this, but I kept going, and I got past it. Now, and now I can hold it. Now it's like, oh, fuck. Now I gotta be able to go down and up. And it took me another 6 months to get one. But I remember there's another point where I was like, I don't think I'll be able to get this.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, this is where people will give up. So I kept going, and after 6 months of that, I can do one push-up. Now, it took a whole nother year before I can just do it on command. Like you could wake me up in the middle of the night, gun in my head, do a handstand push-up, and I'd knock that shit out, right? But who's gonna do something every day for 2 years? You know what I'm saying?
Recently, I got into wake surfing just because we're in Austin. We got the lakes next to us. And at first, I was like, man, it's just gonna be impossible. But then like you get up and then you can let go of the rope and then you're surfing the wave. And I was like, I'm gonna learn a 360. And bro, it took me a year until I got the 360. And for most of the time, I was like, I feel like I'm probably not gonna get it, man. But like eventually you get it. Or golf is something that like before I hurt my back, for like 3-4 months I was going hard with golf, and I was like, and it still to me feels like there's no chance I'll ever be good at golf.
Yeah.
But as soon as my back holds up and like I get back after it, like eventually you will if you put in enough hours.
That's what it taught me, right? Yeah. You know, some people will try something for a certain amount of time, and then they'll say, I'm just not good at this, or it's not for me.
Yeah.
But I think everybody goes through that shit. Yeah. It's just the people who get good at it keep going.
Yeah, the people who got good at it face that same doubt and were like, fuck, man, I guess I'll just keep going. Yeah.
No, for real, man. I think that's what it is, man. Be just pushing through that shit. There comes a point where it feels like you want to give up.
But even making money online, man, forever I thought like, no one's going to pay me for anything online. This is like a pipe dream. People don't really make money online. But then you make your first sound. Yeah, maybe you made $37 or something, but like then you make that same sale 100 more times, right? And then your mind starts to change. But you can't change it through like thinking about it.
You gotta change it through action. You gotta be able to get through that shit. You're telling young people to get in shape. I think it'll help with that.
First, it's also like a simple, very believable, bro. Like anyone who even doesn't believe in themselves that much, you've seen enough people get in shape. You can get in shape, right? It's also just like a simple, believable enough like first step to commit to. I feel like,
and then now you have accomplished something. And once you start winning gives you confidence. I've seen, you've been a personal trainer. I've been a personal trainer, and I've seen it change people's whole personality.
I just think it's kind of like a not necessarily easy, but a simple first step.
It's a good win, and it's a good foundation to build on.
But then also like you'll get more attention from girls. You can start wearing more stylish clothes, and they look good on you. It also has a lot of built-in benefits on top of just like confidence.
And then just more energy and like just stronger. You can do shit like my girl. Sometimes she'll hand me something that'll open up.
Yeah.
And it's like that's kind of cool, right? My son needed a new bed built, and I was like, all right, I'll just build it. Just being capable, especially now you got kids, so your kid ain't moving around, but you're gonna see when she starts moving around, you'll take it to like trampoline parks or the playground. You see the fat dad sitting down, you know what I'm saying, or huffing and puffing, and you're gonna be running around with her.
Yeah.
When I go to trampoline park, I'm like, yo, we need 2 pair of socks. I'm about to go hard. And then I usually wear my Apple Watch when I'm with him, and I'll put the calories on. All right, let's go, man. That's my cardio for the day. It's got to be more fun for both of y'all if you actually active in the kid's life, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to kind of passive sitting down, you know.
But there's more upsides because you could just be like, oh no, the first thing you should do is get good at golf or something, right? Because that's even harder than getting in shape, and that's not gonna like benefit you in as many other areas of your life.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
All right, I get that, man.